Hello students, welcome to Saraswat International Academy. This is the ninth part of Standard 9th Mathematics and chapter number 1 Number System. This is the last part of this chapter. So let's start the video. In this video, we will learn about laws of exponents for a real numbers. So, law of exponents. You have already learned this topic in previous class, but we have to solve it for real numbers. So, what are the laws we have to follow? First of all, do you remember that how to simplify the following questions? The first one, 17 to the power 2 into 7 to the power 5 is become 17 to the power 7. Or second question, like 5 to the power 2 whole to the power 7 will become 5 to the power 14. Or third one, that 23 to the power 10 divided by 23 to the power 7 will become 23 to the power 3. And the next one, fourth one, 7 to the power 3 into 9 to the power 3 can be written as 63 to the power 3. So how we can simplify this? So solving this type of questions, you have to follow the following properties or identities or laws of exponents which you have already learned in your earlier classes. So how where a, n and m are natural numbers, and remember that a is called the base and m and n are called the exponents. So what are the laws? The first law you have learned that if base a to the power m into base a to the power n, if we have product of these two numbers whose base are equal but powers are different, then the final answer will be the common base with addition of both powers. So my final answer will become a to the power m plus n. Similarly, the next formula, if you have a to the power m divided by a to the power n, so again where m is greater than n, so here the formula will become a to the power m minus n. So we have to subtract the power if the both numbers having same base and different powers. So we have to subtract the larger power divided by smaller power whenever given is m is greater than n. But if any condition m is less than n, then my answer will be 1 divided by n minus n. So you can solve by any method. The third one is a to the power m into whole to the power n will become a to the power mn, and the next one, a to the power m into b to the power m will become a into b whole to the power m. So you can see the first question is solved by cross property. They have same base 17, so resultant will be 17 to the power 5 plus 2, which will become 7. The second property is 5 to the power 2 whole to the power 5. So this will be followed by a to the power m whole to the power n. So just we have to multiply the numbers. So 7 to the 14. So my answer is coming 5 to the power 14. The third one is from the third property. We have to subtract the powers. So it will become 10 minus 7, which is 3. And in the third one, we have to multiply the bases because they have same power. So 7 nines are 63. So my final answer will be 60 to the power 3. So this is the property you have already done. Now we will learn some extra property that you have to remember for this chapter. The next property is property number 5, that 1 divided by a to the power n can be written as a to the power minus n. So here you will get the negative exponents here. Whenever 1 divided by a to the power n can be written as a to the power minus n, or vice versa, you can write both. Like if I have to write 7 to the power minus 3, so it can be written as 1 divided by 17 to the power 3. So this is the property number 5. The next property, sixth one, that nth root of a can be written as a to the power 1 by n. So if you have to write square root of a, it will become 1 by 2. If you have to write cube root of a, it can be written as 1 by 3. So here it is example. If I have to write cube root of 2, it can be written as 2 to the power 1 by 3. If we have to write fourth root of 2, it can be written as 2 to the power 1 by 4. The next one, if any number a has power 0, then always the answer will be 1. And the next last one, eighth property, that a to the power m by n can be written as a to the power nth root of a whole to the power n, or a to the power nth root of a to the power m. This is the very complex property that you have to remember it. 1 by n can be written as nth root of a. So we have used the all laws in the this property. So this is the last property that you have to remember for it. Now looking for some examples that we can solve it. So for that we are taking example number 21. Simplify the following questions. The first property is 2 to the power 2 by 3 into 2 to the power 1 by 3. Now which property we can apply? We will apply a to the power m into a to the power n equals to a to the power m plus n, because we have same base and different power. So what will be happen here? We can write it is equals to 2 to the power 2 by 3 plus 1 by 3. Now taking 3 as an LCM, the final result will become 2 to the power 3 by 3, and 3 will be cancelled out. So my resultant will become 2 to the power 1, which can be written as 2. This is my simplification of this question. Now the next one. The next question is second one, 3 to the power 1 by 5 whole to the power 4. Now which property we can apply here? This one, a to the power m whole to the power n equals to a to the power mn. So we have to just multiply 4n 1 by 5. So my final answer can be written as 3 to the power 4 by 5. That will be my final answer. Now the third question. The third question is 7 to the power 1 by 5 divided by 7 to the power 1 by 3. So now we have to solve this question. So which property we will apply? The property is a to the power m divided by a to the power n. So we can write it is a to the power m minus n. So in the place of m, I can write 1 by 5, or in a place of n, we can write 1 by 3. So my answer will become 7 to the power 1 by 5 minus 1 by 3. Now what will be happen? The next step, we can take LCM as a 15. So what will I get? 7 to the power 3 minus 5 divided by 15, which can be written as 7 to the power minus 2 by 15, and that will be my answer for the question. Now the fourth question is 13 to the power 1 by 5 into 7 to the power 1 by 5. Now for this question we will apply the property a to the power m into b to the power m will become a into b whole to the power m. So just we have to multiply 13 into 17. So in this step it can be written as 13 into 17 whole to the power 1 by 5. Now 13 into 17 will become 221 to the power 1 by 5. So by using this property you can simplify this kind of questions. Now moving towards the exercise. Now the exercise 1.6, this is the last exercise of your NCERT text. So the first question is given that find the values of the following. The first question is 64 to the power 1 by 2. So we have to simplify this question also. So how we can simplify? Now we can convert 64 in a base of 2. So we can write it is 2 to the power 8 to the power 2 whole to the power 1 by 2, 8 square. Now why I am creating 2 power? Because we have in a power we have 1 by 2. So we are making that number which can be cancelled out easily. Either 64 can be written as 4 to the power 3, but 3 that will not very helpful to me. So that's why I am writing 8 to the power 2. So now again the property a to the power m whole to the power n, so we have to multiply the both powers. So next step will become 8 to the power 2 into 1 by 2. 2 will be cancelled out, so it will become 8 to the power 1. So my final answer or value will be 8. Next question, second one, 30 to the power 1 by 5. So now again we have to create a to convert 32 in a such that we can get any number to the power 5. So 32 can be written as 2 to the power 5 and whole to the power 1 by 5. Again the same property as per previous question. So it can be written as 2 into 5 to the power 2 to the power 5 into 1 by 5. 5 will be cancelled out. So again it will become 2 to the power 1. So my final answer will be 2 for this question. Now the third question is 125 to the power 1 by 3. So this will be your homework to solve this question in such a way. This third question you have to solve by yourself. The next one, the second question again, find the value of the following as we have discussed in a previous one. So the first question is 9 to the power 3 by 2. Again we have to convert 9 such a way that we can get any number whose power is 2. So we can write it is 3 square whole to the power 3 by 2. Again we have to multiply these two numbers, so it can be written as 3 to the power 2 into 3 by 2. Again 2 will be cancelled, so it will become 3 to the power 3. So we have to multiply 3 times. So final answer will become 27, and that will be my final answer. Now the next one, the second question again, 30 to the power 2 by 5. Now 30 to the power 2 by 5, again we have to convert 32 in a such way that we can get any number whose power is 5. So again we have already seen that 32 can be written as 2 to the power 5 and whole to the power 2 by 5. So now it will become 2 to the power 5 into 2 by 5. Again 5 will be cancelled out. So I will get 2 to the power 2. So my final answer will become 4. Now again I am giving the third question, which is 16 to the power 3 by 4 as your homework. 16 can be written as 2 to the power 4. So you can convert it and do it by yourself. So this is the third question. Now again one more question in this one. So the next one, the fourth question, which is very important also, that 125 to the power minus 1 by 3. Again we have to convert 125 in a such way that you can get any number whose power is 3. So we can write 5 to the power 3 whole to the power minus 1 by 3. Now again we can multiply these numbers. So 5 to the power 3 into minus 1 by 3. 3 will be cancelled out. So I will get 5 to the power minus 1. Or if you have to simplify, you can say it is also 1 by 5. So how it will become 1 by 5? We have already seen the property that a to the power minus n can be written as 1 divided by a to the power n. So 5 to the power minus 1 will become 1 divided by 5 to the power 1, which can also written as 5. So I will get my answer 1 by 5. Now the next one. Now the last question of your exercise, simplify the following. Again the all questions are as per we have discussed in the example in this video. So this all questions you have to solve it your by self using the properties, first 4 properties you have learned in this video. So this all 4 question will be your homework, which you have to do by yourself. So this is the last exercise of your chapter, and here we will complete this chapter. For additionally help, I will put the PDF solution, so we can write note down these questions very easily. Thank you.